Obviously, a big game this weekend, gentlemen. A massive one in the title race. Arsenal versus Liverpool. How are you? I'm going to go to Ram first. How are you feeling about this? Because a lot of people are saying the pressure's all on Arsenal. At the same time, they're stating that Liverpool are favourites. How do you see it personally?
I kind of agree with it, because even though we are in better form, I think, and we are arguably favourites, these guys need to win it more than we do, because this is a game where a lot of Arsenal fans are saying, if we don't win, we're out of the title race. If we draw, we could be out of the title race. So they need to get a result here. And for us, we're 5 points ahead of Arsenal and Man City. And we're in good run of form. And obviously, given the news of what happened with Jurgen Klopp, there seems a bit more fight from the players, and there's a little bit more fire in their bellies. They want to try and win this title for Jurgen. So I kind of agree with the notion we are favourites, but Arsenal need to win. The pressure's on them, in my opinion. And I think Jurgen Klopp is going to be saying this throughout the entire couple of days before the game, because let's be honest, when the pressure comes on to Arsenal, they don't really know how to deal with it, in my opinion.
Do you agree, Gal? Do you feel like you're under pressure here? And this is almost, I'm going to use the Arsenal phrase, is it a little bit of a free hit for Liverpool?
It's do or die for Arsenal. For Liverpool, they have the mental edge at this moment in time. They just beat us in the FA Cup. They just beat us in our own house a couple of weeks ago. So they're coming to a place where they recently just had a win. Where for us, we're looking at the fact that we got knocked out of the FA Cup, the fact that we were top of the Premier League table. What do you call it? What was it? Christmas? We were at the top of the Premier League table. We recently played them at that point, and we drew away at their place. So if they beat us again, Terry, that is it. League done. We're not winning it. It's over if we lose to them. But if we win, that makes it a 2-point gap. We're back in the mix again, once again, when it comes to the top of the table. We're not too far off. And then we need to just keep the momentum going from there. But right now, the momentum with Liverpool, even though we're at home, we should be winning. We should be the more aggressive team. But the thing is, Liverpool are better in the final third. In the final third, they're more clinical. They have guys like Jota, who is one chance goal, where I don't think any of our players are anywhere near as clinical as he is. So I would make Liverpool the favorites. But Arsenal, we're gonna have to find a way to get a result in this game. I'm not sitting here confident because of Liverpool's ridiculous run. Outside of the Tottenham game, I think they've played like 30 games and haven't lost or something like that.
Do you know why you're not confident? Because you gave it the big in the last time and you got corned so much for it, girl. You said you're going to smack us at Anfield. You said you're going to beat Fulham, and you said you're going to beat West Ham. And look what happened.
Yes,
you didn't even win any of those games.
One second. First of all, of course, I'm supposed to beat Fulham and West Ham. No disrespect to Fulham and West Ham. We are supposed to have the mentality we can beat every team in the top outside of the top 6 easy, especially with the quality that we have and how we played last year. So don't sit here and act like saying I'm going to beat Fulham and West Ham is something shocking. That should be average, normal.
No, but you not hearing why you guys can't beat those teams.
One second. The place where you're not going to lie about me is because even though we were coming to Anfield confident, I never sat here and said we were going to have an easy game. I always said it was going to be a tough game and it was going to be won by small margins. And I expect Arsenal to have.
Sorry, let me rephrase it. You said you're going to come to my house and take all 3 points confidently with chest.
I said
I told you that's not going to happen.
Listen, that's what had to happen. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. Just because all of a sudden, having expectations that your team is going to perform is something to be corned for.
Having to do something and going to do something is 2 completely different things ago.
Yeah, so correct yourself.
No, because you said you were going to take 3 points from my house and you didn't. You said you were going to take 3 points from my house and you didn't. That's why you're being a little bit more humble now, because you're a bit nervous, because if you say something else, the football might come again.
Listen. Go back, watch all the videos we did on the previews. I said it was going to be a 1-goal margin. That's not a confident victory. So to now sit here and act like I said we're going to beat you 3-4-0 is BS.
I never said you're going to beat us 3 or 4-0. I said you're going to come to my house and get 3 points.
We've been on far too many shows. The preview on my channel are here right now on numerous different channels. So don't sit here and try to act like I've been disrespecting Liverpool. That is not even remotely true. What I did at the beginning of the season, though, you can say, you know what, I wrote you guys off at the beginning of the season. I didn't expect you guys to be here right now. I don't think a lot of people did. Even your own fans are probably surprised that you guys are currently here doing what you're doing. And with Klopp leaving, you guys have a different level of confidence behind you. And I wouldn't be surprised if you guys go on to win the league. But this game for Arsenal is do or die. For Liverpool, you're right. Pressure's off. It's not.
By the way,
yeah,
Terry,
I get that. So we'll come back to that in a minute, Ram. Dennis, from your point of view, do you agree with Miguel? Is this do or die, or do you think that applying this type of pressure to a team that most Arsenal fans say can't really handle the pressure is right? Do you think that this is helping Arsenal for this game, or is it needed? You have to put this pressure on them. How do you see it?
Well, I think the pressure, you have to embrace pressure. Like, if you want to be in a title race, pressure comes along with it. And Miguel's 100% right, man. This is a dangerous game for Arsenal. Very dangerous. And it's dangerous because I don't think even a draw is a good result for Arsenal. I think Liverpool, if they get a draw at the Emirates, they're happy with that. And I think we actually need to win. We're 5 points behind them right now. A draw keeps it at 5 points. We need to get some kind of momentum. Also, because if you look at both teams this season, I don't think Arsenal performed at a title level. Whereas I see from Liverpool games, they have. So if anything, I'm looking to see Arsenal actually show a title-winning performance and actually play really good forward football. Because the problem with Arsenal so far this season is when teams come for a low block, we struggle. Now, Liverpool won't do that. At least I don't think so. But if we go and attack Liverpool, one man really scares me, and that's Diogo Jota. Because that brother will always score against us. And he's backfiring, he's fit again, and he's clinical, man. So it's a very dangerous game because if it's like the FA Cup game where it's like 0-0 or 1-1 or 2-2 with 20 minutes left, I think Arsenal have to go for it. And when we go for it, that makes us even more susceptible on the counter-attack for Liverpool to get one. I do think we will win, though. I'm confident. I think we won't lose. I genuinely do not think we'll lose. But it's whether we win or draw. That's what I'm like.
Bro, if we draw, consider it done also.
I agree. We have to win.
So if you guys lose or draw,
I'm going to be honest with you guys though. I think a draw is the worst. Is bad for both. Because City, as much as I hate it, listen, it's bad for Arsenal. Don't get me wrong.
got a point.
I think it's bad. I think it's bad for both of you. Both sets of fans should want a winner there because it leaves the race open. Where if you guys draw, if City hit the top spot, well, it's over. I'm telling you now. Like,
Bro, you know why?
What? No one's catching them.
But you know why it's not a free hit for Liverpool? And I agree with you. The reason why it's not a free hit for Liverpool is obviously because of City's form, but also because Liverpool are currently on a ridiculous run where they have only lost one game, if I'm not mistaken, the game against Tottenham. They haven't had a cluster of losses yet. And majority of teams have a moment where they have a cluster of losses or a couple bad results back to back to back. So that's going to come eventually. So they want to keep this going. They want to keep this going for as long as possible. What's the chances of them, Staffy, to go the rest of the season without losing any games?
You know
No,
what?
100% they will lose games at the end of by the end of the season. Going through a cluster of losses when you go this far in this form. No, but City had their injuries. Liverpool are supposed to go through their toughest period right now. This is the time where they don't have Salah. This is the time where Trent was out for a couple of games. This is the time where Sabitzer was out for a few games. This was the time for them to actually go through a bad form, and they didn't. Which is why I'm saying
a month ago, Staffy. I'd argue.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This period of the last few weeks until now, and they didn't go through that. Which is why when you're looking at it, there's no indications to why they're going to drop off. If anything, there's indications to why they won't drop off because they're getting Salah back. They already got Trent back. They got Sabitzer back. They have that momentum from Klopp saying he's leaving at the end of the season. So every game at Anfield is going to feel like a final for them. They're already very loud over there. So now that stadium's going to be rocking as well. Almost every game they're going to go into this season, they're going to be 1-0 up. So if anything, if anything, I think it's going to get better for them. There's no indications why I should go with it. And I'm not saying they're going to undefeated, but
in my opinion, even if we drop points, if we swing a 7-point deficit where City are ahead of us by 2 points by Anfield, I'm still relatively confident because the one thing when the title race have happened, the Liverpool Man City game, the second game is always at the Etihad. This is the first time a title race between us two is at Anfield, the second game. And if we do end up beating them, we go back on top. Sorry?
We're not out of it yet. Don't disregard us yet.
I'm just
Well,
talking about. I'm just talking about
I mean,
myself about City.
you pretty much just said you are like you're one game away, Gal. Like you can't say we're 90 minutes away from oblivion and then say please don't write us off. There's a long way to go.
No. I'm saying we still have a
Come
game.
on.
To play. We still have a game to play, Terry.
The reason why I don't think you guys can win
personally,
it is I don't see you beating Liverpool or Man City both. I don't see you beating both of them. Sorry, Terry. I don't see you beating both of them to the league. If it was just one of them, I'd say, and just, Gal, please you can click this up. I would rather Arsenal win the league. No, I'd rather have Arsenal win the league. Hand on heart. I hate City and I hate Liverpool. So I'd rather you guys win the league. I wanted you guys to win the league last season. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to banter you when you don't win the league, but I'd much rather you guys win the league. But to beat both of them, I don't think you have the squad. I'm going to be honest, because some of your players are young as well.
Can I add a caveat to that quickly? Because Arsenal this season, I feel like our performances haven't been great, but we've been getting the results. We went to Anfield, we drew 2-2, and off the back of that, we lost to West Ham and lost to Fulham. 2 bad results. And in the Premier League, anyone could beat anyone. I'm waiting for when Liverpool lose the game. I know they lost the Tottenham game, but there was all this discrepancy with the VAR, wrong decision. I'm waiting for Liverpool to lose the game and see how they bounce back. Because Man City, bar this season, when they had the Wolves loss and everything, whenever they lose a game, they have the biggest comeback game ever because they never let any defeats fester around the football club. It's straight back to business. Arsenal, over last season, this season, and the season before that as well, we always would have a loss and then follow up with another loss or a draw. You can even look back to last season. West Ham we drew, Southampton we drew off the back of the Liverpool game. Now, I haven't seen Liverpool lose a game this season, bar that Tottenham one. I'm waiting for Liverpool to lose a game and see how it impacts them. Because they could then lose a game and then draw the next one, lose the next one, for example. Then before you know it, they've dropped 6 points or 5 points rather than dropped 3. So I think it's too easy to say that, oh, they've just got Man City left at home after the Arsenal game, because anyone could beat anyone, man. Like they went to Luton and drew earlier. That's not an easy game. So I think I've seen Arsenal lose a game, or sorry, draw a game to Liverpool, and then off the back of that, lose confidence. Lost the game to West Ham, lost the game to Fulham, had luckily an international break to basically get back into swing of things, had an FA Cup game. Now we're into a bit of form again. I want to see how Liverpool bounce back from defeats. That's a sign of a good team.
Do you know why I say I have more confidence in us bouncing back, or either myself or City bouncing back, than you guys? Is because if you compare our spines of the team, your spine and my spine has won the Premier League titles, won the big trophies. They've been there and done it. That's why I'm like, if you need the players to come in and step up, and you need your big boy players to step up, they're there. Like Virgil's been doing it, Alisson's been doing it, Trent's been doing it, Salah's obviously been doing it for God knows how long. So when you say that you need to wait for us to lose, I'll be like, well, we've got the players that have the mindset just to keep on going. So that's why I'm like, if we keep a good distance between City and ourselves when it comes to Anfield, I'll be relatively confident in my opinion.